Hello, hello, hello. Good morning and God bless you guys. Peace be with you. A little bit of action here in the tank. Wanted to talk about it real quick. Had an incident where I had a few discus die, 2 of them to be exact. My Culver blue rims, shaking. Look at that. I'm hoping to get some mating going on here. So this is a blue rim. The real red one is a blue rim, red Culver. And this guy was younger than the rest of the group. I had 2 more. One was the oldest discus out of all of them, and she had gotten sick really bad. So I was like, I gotta take them out. To back up a few steps, it had gone cold here in Texas, and as it got cold, I noticed that darkness started to appear, and these guys all have been dark usually. And I don't know if you remember, but this guy exactly had blue all throughout the body, and it's kind of dissipated. And now all of their red is kind of just showing and appearing. I love how they're just so front forward. If they notice I'm looking at them or filming them, they'll come up to the tank. Their foreheads are pretty thick. A lot of good stuff. So as soon as the cold came in, we're on well water. I noticed a lot of bacterial issues, a lot of sickness going on, discolorations. So, and fins were getting eaten away by something. I don't think it was fin rot, but then again, it could be. But with the lowered immune system, the cold, everything going on, and there's also, when I've tested the water here, I noticed that there's spores of blackbeard algae, and that blackbeard algae is no bueno. So this will take up all the bad stuff that's in the water. Well, that stuff right here, blackbeard algae, see that at the top of the knob, that will take the good stuff. And so you gotta be wise and catch it. At the same time, we're kind of not scientists where we have microscopes to be able to look at every single thing, which is why it's really good to have an RO water system. This guy was smaller than the rest of the group, and I'm hoping he kind of gets big, or she. I noticed some of them are females, some of them are males. I noticed this real big one right here, this Heckle mix, is a female. I'm hoping that I get a spawn, but this whole tank ordeal was to be the idea of medicating. It's very expensive to medicate, and so the worst ones are medicated with Metro and Levamisole, I think it's called, just to be safe because of how bad they were and the discoloration. And they died. I did it too late. I've been going through all kinds of stuff lately with being in a new home, being on a well system, worrying about pressurization of the water. So I have to buy a pump to be able to pump RO water, to do all kinds of things. And I'm very grateful I was able to come across the deal I came by, because these guys really need their RO water. The importance of it, I cannot stress it. It sucks. They can survive off of well water just regularly, but the Texas water is just so hard. It's out of this world hard, and it has so much bacteria and things in it that as soon as the cold hits, bacteria starts to thrive a little bit better. So long story short, this little dude was the sole survivor of a group of three, and I woke up at 3 a.m. to one of them thrashing themselves around, and it had appeared the female did not make it. I was too late. And she died while I was asleep, and pneumonia spiked. The other one thrashing himself around was too far gone. Even as I took him out, he was actually the first one I took out, and then this little guy was the second. He was gone. He was a goner. And so, with that being said, it sucks. It's part of the trade, and just know you're not Superman. You can't do everything. A lot of it's in God's hands, and there's only so much that we can do. And even if we do those things, everything right to the T, there's still a chance that something could happen. Our water is one of those things that we could control and do, and I highly suggest that even if you don't have hard water, it's good just to run your water through it, and even just for bacterial issues. But these guys are coming back. They're very healthy. As you can see, a lot of dancing in front of each other, trying to get each other's attentions, and a lot of pecking of the pecking order, just reestablishing themselves. A lot of action, and this is the type of action you want to kind of get. They're very good fishes. So I'm hoping I could bring back this line. These are all wilds. Most of them are red aliquer. I have maybe 1 or 2 heckles, and this is my last wild blue ram covert. So I'm hoping I could mate these guys and try to get a better fish. And if I get the better fish, then hopefully they survive and strive even better than what these guys did. Because even as somebody who's kept Discus for 3 years, I was filling up 5-gallon containers and at the store with RO water, and now I got an RO water system, and they could survive off of well water, but it's not the way to go, especially when it comes up to winter time. You just have too many risks, and you put so much into it, it's not worth it. So I love these guys. I made the jump, got a pump. Everything's running a little bit better. The water's still so hard that the TDS spike is out of this world. And I just gotta figure something out. But as far as now, their colors, they were blue, heavily blue, especially this one right here. And the blue went away, stayed on their face, and now they're getting their reds in. And their reds are starting to come in really nice. And so these are the red aliquers. Before, they weren't really so much red, they were more of a sickly color of a brown. And so you can see their browns. There's a healthy brown look. And these are such good fishes. They really are. There's things that I want to breed out of them, and things I want to breed into them. So hopefully I could get some cross mixes. Hopefully this guy would be able to bring some red into the group and start picking from size to all kinds of things to start actually having a really great discus. As you can see, this is a very big female right here. She's huge. So they're all good sizes. There's 3 or 4 of them there in here. They're slightly smaller than what they should be. But with the studies I've been doing, apparently you could actually still bring out some great traits from these guys and cull the ones that did not take those good traits. So a lot of good, cool experimental videos coming up. A lot of mistakes that will be made, but you can't beat yourself up. Like I said, I had 2 discus die on me, and I felt horrible for the first day or two. I didn't even want to talk about it because this is kind of things that shouldn't happen when you've been keeping discus for a minute. So this water, I remineralize it with a rock. I believe it's underneath this thing, but it's a rock that they use in the UK for their teas, and it adds beneficial minerals to your water because their water, I believe, is like super soft or something like that. I also add Indian almond leaf powder, and that's the light tint that you see in here. It's not too dark, and I also add fulvic acid. And these guys are doing real great. But yeah, I think that's just about it. I just wanted to touch bases on what's going on with them. I hopefully will be able to get these guys out of this tank very soon and just leave pairs in these smaller tanks. And from there, see what happens. But yeah, a lot of discus action. Look at this. Just wiggly wiggles. I wish I could would have caught this sooner. I might try to add a short later if I can. Maybe in the next feeding I'll be able to record it. But this thing is awesome. It looks like they won't be able to pull the food out of this, but yeah, they definitely pull the food. But yeah, just keep in mind we're not Supermen, and I'm a firm believer God allows things to happen to make us better. And that last night, well, not last night, it was like 2 nights ago, was a lesson to be learned of if you believe there's one that's not gonna make it, it's best just to keep that one by themselves 100% and not treat as an entire group. Because if I would have done it in this tank, I probably would have lost way more discus. And a strong will survived. This little guy survived, and he's hungry. He's always eating, so that's another good thing. He wasn't eating before. And yeah, that's just about it. God bless you guys, and you guys have an amazing Sunday. For those who watch it later on, I hope you have an amazing week, and hopefully things fall in place for everybody. Peace.